Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental energy reading in the area of love and relationships for the element of water. Water covers the zodiac signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or have water high up in your chart, then this message will be for you. If you've never had your charts read, there is a link in the description. It's not sponsored or anything, for a natal chart that Llewellyn does, and it gives you your base 12 houses with all little signs and symbols. And then there's a 10 to 20 page description, and in there there's a section on your elemental alignment. So it's kind of fun to check out. We'll first look at the energy of water singles, then look at those in a relationship. For each group, we'll look at which chakra is lighting up and what lesson is associated, and then we'll hop into messages from Source for more clarity through the month. So for our water singles, we are starting you off. I want to say this is going to be your third eye or your crown. It's number 35, Rigidity. And it's interesting because this card doesn't, like, the title doesn't mean what it really means. What I'm getting right here is learn to go with the flow, which is easy for water to do, even in the winter time when it's frozen. You still have this motion, and there's this energy that I'm getting with this card that it's about moving, remembering who you are, because you have an elephant here in the middle as well. And with this beautiful violet, it's about growing. It's about growth and expansion is what I'm feeling. But don't get so rigid that you can't see the opportunities, or you can't understand when the universe hands you some interesting opportunities too, because sometimes the universe plays games, but that's just part of life, I think. So we are looking at the animal here is the elephant, and we are in the third eye. Oh no, this is the throat. Sorry, I was so totally off. Throat chakra. The elephant is one of the most intelligent animals. When domesticated, it often is decked out with adornments that come with having learned to be obedient and respond to its master. It loses its independence that comes with thinking for itself. It acts and as it is told to, sure that in doing the right thing even when it's not. Even so, traditionally the elephant is linked with the power of memory, patience, and an intuitive understanding of nature. Your keywords here are dogmatism versus flexible thinking, memory, coming to terms with difficult issues and searching for the key to self-understanding, learning, and patience. So we are looking at some interesting energy here. There is this call to remember who you are, though, water singles. This is not saying that you won't find love this month. It's saying that if you've been feeling blocked, there could be something going on in a past memory. There could be an energy of past life, but I'm feeling more that this is a this life thing. This isn't like a what happened, 200 years ago in a different eon. But what it's saying is, what's going on that you feel is blocking you? What is happening that you feel like you've lost your power? You've lost your sense of self. Is it because of work? Is it a family thing? Is it a domineering parent figure? Or could be a friend, quote unquote, that I have your best interests at heart, but continually sabotages everything that you do in a relationship. What is it that's not working for you? And this could be a really deep dive for our water singles, or it could be something that's more of a surface level, like, oh, that's what it is, like an easy answer type thing. But the universe is saying this is not something to struggle over. This is not you're never going to be there. It's more of, maybe there's something that needs to be dealt with before the relationship can open up. And even if you're not looking for a relationship, there's this energy that's coming up, like there may be some shadow work that's being called forward or something along those lines. But what it's really wanting you to understand is take your power back. Bring it back into the fold. Enough with giving it away to other people. They do not obviously know how to deal with it. This is your power, not theirs. So bring it back so that you can actually use it correctly. Your message from the Whispers of Love Oracle is express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Sometimes that gift is for yourself, where you give yourself the time of self-care where you can actually do this. But it's also saying, don't be so hung up on, well, what can someone give to me? I mean, that's important, don't get me wrong, but you're number 19 on the cards up here on the top. It's not just about that, it's that give and take. And so this energy that is being shown here is sometimes you have to give forgiveness too. So if someone else, if you figure out that it's a block that someone else has been playing, giving forgiveness doesn't mean you're going to let them do it again. It means you're not going to hold that against them energetically. And sometimes it's that energy, but you can also be, if you've got a friend group, just doing something fun. Like if you love to cook, or you love to, I don't know, paint like gift cards or something, or like, I completely just blanked on the word. I can see them, like invitation cards or something like that. You can paint something like that and give that as part of the gift. There's a lot of different ways. Greeting card, there we go. To express this, and it's one of those, like, get out of your own head. Like, you might have a little bit of that rigidity, you might be stuck in that I don't know who I am thing. That's okay, you'll sort through that. That's one thing that's coming very clear. But doing things for others sometimes is a way to break that pattern, and it could be doing some charity work. I know that a lot of animal shelters I don't know why that was so hard, do the walk in the park thing, where you get to go walk dogs just to help them exercise and maybe even get adopted. So there's a lot of ways you can gift others, and that's some of those things that you can do, and it doesn't have to be for a payback. And normally what the best charities that you can do are the ones that are ready to be gifted without question and without answer or without response. So if you find something that you're led to in that respect, step up and do that, because that is an energy that's coming up that's going to help with this feeling of regaining your self-worth and regaining your power over yourself. Your first tarot is the King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, and practical. And Earth is Pentacles, which is a friend to water, which is the Cups. Successful time, confidently accepting opportunities, and the Midas touch. Even though you're going through this self-rediscovery period, water singles, you are really getting things going. There's a lot of opportunities that are coming forward for you. And with the King of Earth, it's one of those been there, done that. So these aren't new steps that you're taking. But because you're doing it now, because you've already went through the process a few times, you're going to actually open some opportunity doors. Whether that is possibly meeting somebody, if you're looking, or it could just be sorting things out in a way that is the most healthy for you. This is the energy that's being brought up here. Your second card, you got two kings here. Okay. You got some royalty, which means there's some completion things going on. It's also the energy of you have done this. You've nothing to worry about. You're going to succeed. Do what needs to be done, take the next steps, and then move beyond it, because it's not a long-term thing. I'm feeling like this is going to be a short-term thing, like more of a couple of rough days, and then you're going to be out of it. The King of Air is brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. That's impressive and important. Speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So this king wants you to use your air, which air and is the swords. It is about truth and knowledge, also a friend to water. These two kings are not going to get along. We'll just say that right now. they Earth and air are opposites. But in this aspect, they're both coming to you with different things to teach. They're coming together because Earth is wanting to let you know, hey, you've got the tools for this. You're going to get some awesome opportunities. Let's process this and get through it pretty quick so we can be on to other things. The King of Air is really bringing forward the energy of, you already know this. Water singles, you already have understanding of what's happening. So they're cutting away the illusion of, why is this happening? You know why it's happening. It's happening because it needs to process this out. Your shadow is saying, hey, you got a hanger here. Let's cut this off and get moving. So let your shadow bring forward what needs to be cleared out and process it. You've got two powerful kings that are saying, we're not going to let you do this alone, and we are going to help you clear this path. It's time to move this out. You've been ready for this for a while, and this is your aha moment, if you will, saying time to take the action. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get things moving. So we'll probably wrap up singles there. We'll hop over to our couples. Before we get into the couples deeply here, let's say if you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and if you see something different with the cards as I'm holding them up, because I read intuitively, Feel free to comment below and let me know what you're thinking about them. It's always interesting to hear what other people's opinions are of the cards or what their intuition brings forward, because sometimes it works really well with what the readings are, and other times it's a little bit different of a theme because they're in a different place. So, water couples. You could be you are the one who's watching the water. It could be for your partner, you're cross watching, or you could just have a lot of water in your charts, and these messages will hopefully resonate for you in that respect. Let's see where our water couples are in the charts. You're in number 21 with power. This could be your solar plexus. This is energy, and that red does not show up well on the screen. This could be the energy of really getting connected with each other, but also, and this isn't a negative thing, but it's us against the world, like you and your partner, water couples, against some outside force. And it could be, setting aside time, like, no, we're going to schedule time for couples. We're going to schedule that vacation. We're going to get the time off from our bosses. It could be setting things up where you're stepping back into your power, where you're taking back the reins of your relationship, saying, you know what, we're not going to have fill-in-the-blank family member hanging out in the house anymore. No, we're not having 12 friends over all the time. This is our house. This is our space. We're taking back the power of our couplehood. And that is a very powerful message, that is coming up here. And it's not... The energy that I'm getting for this is really strong, saying you're going to appreciate the other side of this. Other people may not be okay with it, but who's in the relationship? It's you and your partner. They're outside of it. That's fine, but they need to remember their place too. So we are looking at the energy of the ram. It's this little dude right here in the middle. And this is in your solar plexus. We are the ram, which is Misha or Mesha, symbolizes the animal nature of the third chakra and its element of fire. This is not going to be an easy task for you, water couples. You're water. Fire is your absolute opposite, but that doesn't mean they can't work together. Strong and forceful, it is known for its stamina and ability to climb lofty crags. It has tremendous strength of will and innate fighting instincts that is most prominent when threatened. It carries the seed sound of rang on its back, which is that one right there. And it's said to promote longevity when hummed, which is that seed sound. Turn the page here. Our keywords are using or developing personal power, influencing others, power struggles, control, manipulation, conflict in a relationship due to unresolved power issues. If you guys are in the relationship and you're feeling that someone's not being heard, this is the time to hear each other. And you're not listening to respond, you're listening to understand. And those are two different things. Listening to respond is, oh yeah, well, I'm going to respond like this. Don't do that. Listening to understand is where you're listening going, oh, that's why they feel that way. So if that's what's going on, there could be the energy of needing to go find a good couples therapist, and I emphasize good on that because some of them are not. But the other side is, are you actually paying attention to your partner? I'm getting this energy here where a lot of these situations could be resolved really quickly by just spending time with your partner and actually listening and being communicative. This coming from an intuitive. Don't try to expect the other person to read your mind. If you have not spoken the words out loud, they did not exist. So get open with each other in that respect as well. And when we're talking solar plexus energy, this is your seat of power. If it's in the relationship and you guys are great and you're golden and you're strong, awesome. Tell everyone else to pound sand. They don't need to be involved, and that's where you might have to be like, out of my house. Yes, you've stayed here for 6 months. Get your own apartment. Or if it's the constant dropping by of friends, it doesn't matter which gender. Maybe put an end to that for a while so you guys can get more in tune with each other. But that's the energy I'm getting here. It's not negative. It's more of, hey, pay attention. Your message from the Whispers of Love is do something for someone, give your attention to another. This is within the relationship. If you come home from work and your partner is stressed out with the kids, take the kids outside and go terrorize with them. Give your partner the gift of alone time for a few minutes. When your partner comes home, if you're the one that stays home, greet them at the door. Greet them with a smile, a kiss, a hug, whatever, and basically show your appreciation for them. Dinners, all this stuff where one person cooks, the other person cleans. Doing something for someone else is you're connecting again. This is not a one-sided event. And if the person's working outside the home, the other one's the housekeeper, those are balancing jobs. That's balancing energy. So that's where you're doing things for others. It's not just about a selfish need. You've put away the selfish thing. Sorry, couples, but you got in a relationship, therefore self became us. And that's both sides of the coin. So in that aspect, there's respect, there's intimacy, and there's a bond that's going on here. So water couples, you have a lot of intense energy this month, and I'm feeling that this could be very entertaining, very fun in the aspect of, actually, we have time to ourselves now. And if you don't have minions, do you want to try? So there's a lot of that kind of energy that's coming in. And if you do have minions, maybe grandma and grandpa need to watch the minions when you get your house put back in order. That way you can actually have some time together and really appreciate each other in that way. So have fun with this energy. We'll take a peek here at your tarot and see what pops up. And what do we have in our tarot deck? What are the angels bringing in? You have the Five of Fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflicting with others. Again, this energy of if there's someone outside of the two of you together, it's time to make them disappear. Not like chase them off completely, but set some healthy boundaries and be like, no, you need to call first. We have things going on. We are, we need a day where it's just us. Or if you have that, someone out there has got a family member living with them that they're like, okay, enough's enough. Setting that boundary of, okay, you need to find your own place. We've let you stay. That's fine. You've helped out around the house, but it's time to get things moving. And that's the energy I keep getting for this couples and for water is it's not so much inside the relationship. There could be something there, but the majority of this is outside stuff that is poking at the relationship. And it's time to set those boundaries and be like, we're done. Get out. Your next tarot, you have 2 5s here, is the Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, or crying over spilled milk. It doesn't matter how big or small the problem is. There's no sense in worrying about it. You're going to get through this. Everything's going to turn out all right. It just might take a little bit longer than you first thought. And remember, the Five of Water, you still have full cups. One of them might have tipped over, but that not crying over spilled milks thing is really saying this is not a big deal. It's really not. It's just time to set those healthy boundaries with the outside world. The other energy I'm getting here with the 2 5s you have is when you bring all 4 elements together, earth, air, fire, water, you trigger the 5th, which is spirit. So these 2 cards are saying when you come together, we're using all of your senses, using all of your emotions, all of the elements come together, you bring in the spiritual force, and that's what's going to support you. And that's tapping back into our power energy here. That's going to help you maneuver through any outside challenges that are trying to come in. It'll be easier when you do that. So work together with each other. Do the things for each other. Little surprises. Doesn't have to be like, oh, we're going on a trip to, Paris or whatever. It could be something as simple as, hey, honey, I'm bringing home food. I'm bringing home pizza. I'm bringing home dinner. Or I'm going to cook. Don't worry about it. Just chill. Chill on the couch. When we get home, we can cook together. We can watch that movie you've been wanting. Whatever. Do something for someone else. In other words, you're working for your partner. You're doing things for your partner. So, I keep coming back to the 2 5s. Whatever's going on, it's time to set some healthy boundaries outside. Like, enough, get out. The 2 of you need the time with each other, and that's going to help deepen your bond. Your bond's already deep. You are water energy. This is very connective emotionally. So you rely on that, and then whatever's going on, ask God's source to help you clear it out, because that's not going to be beneficial going forward. Overall, though, you don't have a bad reading. It's more of a, okay, it's time type of vibe that I'm getting here. So with that, I will let you guys and gals go. Have a great rest of your month, and I'll see you in the next video.